And so this right here is the point that changed it completely for me. My mindset just unlocked. What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. We're back. I wanted to share, I have to share with you some kind of this revelation that I just had with ChatGPT. I've used it a few times in the past, things mostly like helping with some blog articles and like video descriptions. But yesterday, I was kind of having a little bit of an issue trying to like not feel overwhelmed. And I actually started talking to it just as general, just in general. I even said, if you look here on the screen, I said, hey, can you title this as general chat? Because I'm trying to learn more about it and how it can help me. And it said, yep, absolutely, consider it done. This is now general chat. What's on your mind? And just to kind of get the ball going, I started talking to it like a person. I also kind of feel bad talking to it like, hey, you're a robot and just, I know I'm dumb, but um so I started to talk about its New Year's Eve celebration and said, I'm a machine learning model. I don't have personal experiences. And I said, let's assume you do have experiences. Chat with me like as if we were two colleagues, which is something that's super important with chat. Chat. I'm just going to call it chat. You can tell it to take on a role and a tone and whatnot, which we'll get into in a little bit. Um, so he said, yeah, I can role play a bit. So how was your New Year's Eve? Did you do anything exciting? And I said, I didn't do much, but I did plan out some things for my business. And so now I'm getting into the conversation of kind of what's been on my mind. And I said, one resolution I had this year, if you want to call it that, is to learn ChatGPT better and better utilize it to grow my business. How about you? And that kick-started this conversation. Um, and he said, that sounds like a great plan. It's always beneficial to leverage technology for business growth. As for me, my goal is to continuously learn and improve my capabilities to assist users like you more effectively. Is there anything specific you're looking to achieve with chat for your business or any particular aspect you'd like to focus on? And bang, there it is. Chat has now started to kind of help me to unpack what it is and how, like, it's a conversation that I'm having with another person, and I'm able to converse. And I said, right here, this next part is the biggest part and why chat has helped me so much. I said, I'm struggling to get a foothold on the work I need to do. I'm trying to get clients, but also find my way to producing more personalized content rather than having a filter of corporate speak, which if you've been following along on the last couple months, you know that like 20 days of authenticity and some other videos that I've done around that has been all about trying to unleash my voice because it's there and I know it's there, but it's hard to kind of reduce that corporate speak, that over professionalism. So let's keep on going. Chat says, finding that balance between professionalism and a personal touch is crucial for connecting with clients. It's great that you're aiming for more personalized content. Have you considered developing a content strategy that reflects your unique voice and values while still addressing the needs of your target audience? Additionally, reaching out to potential clients with a genuine personal approach can make a significant difference. What type of business are you in, and who is your target audience? And right here, so this is me kind of struggling and talking to almost a friend with it's not judgmental. And that's the biggest thing. I'm having a hard time. So this is what I said. I'm having a hard time developing a content strategy. I'm in media production and want to focus on meaningful stories. I like to have a good production value, but I enjoy making more meaningful content that shares someone's stories. The video, if it is a video, shouldn't always be well polished. It may be technically perfect, but it gets the point across and touches the audience and lets them connect with the message of the video. So I got to kind of convey what I wanted, and it was a little bit more professional and well thought out because I was typing it. But then chat says, and I'm not going to read all this to you, it's commendable that you're passionate about creating meaningful, authentic content, yada, yada, yada. And then it gives me a whole bunch of bullet points and kind of like, so it says engage your audience and then encourage the audience engagement through comments, discussions, yada, yada. These are all things that I know. Pretty much every single one of these points I know already. I mean, that's what I do. But even if you know what to do, and if you can educate others on to do this and the step-by-step process, it's funny when it's for you, it's difficult. You jump, you kind of like, you get overwhelmed. Now, this right here is the point that changed it completely for me. My mindset just unlocked. And this is where chat became a partner for me. I said, see, this is a bit overwhelming. I know a lot of these steps already. Thank you for giving them to me too. Because as talking to a person, if I'm talking to a colleague, I wouldn't want to like shut them down with like, I already know this. So it's like, I still treat chat like I'm talking to a person. So then I said, I'm getting caught with being overwhelmed to the point where where I don't start and get distracted. All of us know that. And then chat said, it's completely normal to feel overwhelmed when facing a multitude of steps and considerations. Breaking down the process into smaller, more manageable tasks can help alleviate some of that pressure. Here's a simplified action plan. Start small, set realistic goals, yada, yada, yada. Again, still felt overwhelmed. I saw this list and I know that. I know step by step. I know all those things, but it still felt overwhelming. And so seeing this list still felt overwhelming because it was just another list, right? It's 8 points and a whole bunch of text that I had to read. So I stepped back and I said, can you help me with these steps? And then chat said, absolutely, I'd be happy to help. Let's start with the first step, defining your purpose. This right here is why chat is, I can't even describe it. It's invaluable. And this is chat, this is the free version. At some point in time, they made it 3.5. The last one I used was just 3. And this right here is just astonishing. So it goes step 1, define your purpose. And then it gave me a couple points. It said, what drives your passion for media production? Is there a particular message or theme you are eager to convey through your work? And then what do you want your audience to feel or gain from your content? Consider the emotional impact or key takeaways you hope to deliver. Feel free to share your thoughts and we'll continue from there. And so right here, you can see this is where it starts to really get real for me because I said, okay, let me answer these questions. What drives my passion? I said, I've always enjoyed storytelling. It probably goes back generations. So this is me just talking. And I said, I think this is probably what it is. And I'm giving it some background of saying, this is more than just me. This is like my family history. I said, my father enjoyed telling story. His mother also. My uncle tells stories. These aren't grand adventures. They would tell a story about when they were growing up or even how they ran into an old friend. It may take them 15 minutes to say something that someone else may only say in 1 minute because they were providing backstory or extra details. I'm the same way. I can jump to the point, but it feels like an insult to the event, even if that event is as insignificant as I went to get milk. And if you talk to me, you know that I can be a little bit long-winded. So I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I went to get milk the other day, and guess who I ran into?" And I mean, that's more about who I ran into, but storytelling through media production is more interactive than just writing. I do enjoy the art of writing, but feel a lot of people don't resonate with lots of text. I know that's silly because so many people read books about all kinds of things, but I don't tend to read books too far in. Capturing photos, creating videos, or audio production provides a technical challenge that I enjoy and helps set me apart from the regular guy on the street. They're also a terrific way of archiving moments of time that is unsurpassed. Totally believe in that. Audience impact. So, this is the next question. I want to give authentic voice to people that may not have it otherwise. I want to give voice to the lone business person and help get their story out there. I'm not sure that's very profitable though. So doing the same for bigger businesses will probably happen. I don't really want to do that, but I'm not sure how to become financially independent by dealing with only small companies. At the end of the day, I want the audience to feel something. Hopefully they're moved into action. Now, this was me being very transparent. This was me being just like, hey, like it's not that, and I say later on, it's not that I don't want to work with bigger companies. This kind of gets fleshed out a little bit more, but I want there to be meaning behind what I'm doing. I've always said I don't want to just sell shoes. I want there to be a story behind the shoes. Why is this company developing the shoes? It's what made the founder want to do this? Was it just money? That's fine. That's not for me. Okay. I want to be like, maybe they're they saw a problem, and you know, the shoes were a way to help people that had flat feet to actually feel like they could be more go out on adventures. They could go hiking and not their feet wouldn't hurt. And you know, they could even just walk the dog and feel like a normal person if maybe they couldn't before because it hurt so much to walk. Like that kind of story. That, yes, let's sell the shoes. That's what I want to get into. So this let me take each point piece by piece and take it small with a little bit of guided, not meditation, but a little bit of guidance. And that's where chat is uh, astounding. It's a lifesaver. So then it said, thank you for sharing your thoughts and passion for storytelling. It's evident. This is the other thing. So chat was kind of encouraging. I never told it to be encouraging. You can say, hey, tell me, or be encouraging to me as we talk about this, and it'll take an encouraging tone. You can say, pretend that you're my mom, and like it'll say, oh, sweetie, it's great that you're doing this. But just by default, it was being encouraging. So it said, it's evident that your desire to give an authentic voice to people and capture meaningful moments is a powerful driving force. Let's distill this into a more focused purpose statement. Boom, boom, right here, guys. This was, I can't even tell you. Like it took the writing off my plate. Now I love to write. I do, but it even if I need to kind of revise this, which I do a little bit, it was able to get it out in like this spits it out in seconds. And this is the 3.5 version. This is not 4. 4 is the new paid one. It's a little bit slower, but it's like it's got bigger capabilities. This right now is just the 3.5 free version, just the basic language model. But honestly, it's become like a friend already. So it gave me a purpose statement. It said, I am passionate about storytelling through media production, inspired by a family tradition of rich, detailed narratives. My goal is to provide an authentic voice to individuals and businesses, especially those who might not have it otherwise. I want to capture and share moments that go beyond the surface, creating content that moves the audience and inspires action. With this perfect, and then it says, with the purpose statement in mind, we can move on to the next step. What do you think about this statement? And I said, no, that's absolutely perfect. Thank you for your help. Um, and then that was it, me telling you, it took that as like, no, I'm all done. Thanks. And I said, let's continue to the next steps. And it said, cool, let's do that. And then know your audience. These are the questions that it gave me. Consider demographics, so on and so forth. And then I said, clients, I'm envisioning nonprofits, so on and so forth. I kind of go. And anyway, we went through this whole thing. You can see this conversation went on for a while. Uh, it keeps on going. It keeps on going. It keeps on going. So eventually, let's see, we got to, let me go back up. It I had it create the pillars of 124. That's something that I have in my sketchbook, just like kind of the pillars that I've come up with. And they've grown and grown and grown. And you can see here's some of them. Purpose and passion, target audience and resonance. I mean, that's not really a pillar. I need a better title for that, but it kind of like it it's kind of like a uh, I don't know how you'd put it, but it's not a pillar necessarily, but it talks about overarching themes, brand voice and visual identity, empowering people through education, authenticity, genuine connection, balance, craftsmanship, strategic partnerships. So as you can see, chat has been like epically helpful. And like it's one of those things that I can't quantify. And it's gotten to a point where I actually signed up today to test the ChatGPT 4 model. And you have to pay for it. And you have a limit of, I think it's 40 messages for every 3 hours. The fact that 3.5 is as good as it is, and you get unlimited messaging, that's what unlocked it. Because I didn't have to feel like, oh, I only get 10 messages. I have to make each one good. It was just like, I'm just going to like, blah, 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 blah. You know, if it becomes garbage, then my question is garbage. We can always go back. It's not like each one has to be perfect. I started with 4.0 today just to try it out and see maybe what it gave me as different things. And what's funny is that because of that connection that I've already developed with 3.5, I feel bad. I feel like it's almost like 3.5 is my friend. I don't want to replace my friend with you yet. Okay. Like you got to earn it. All right. And even still, I still want to go visit my friend. I know that sounds dumb, but that's kind of where that's where I'm at. So if you look here on the screen, you're going to see the pillars that we came up with. Again, now the titles aren't necessarily like actually pillars like target audience and resonance. I need to figure out a better way of phrasing it, but purpose and passion in every frame and every word, there lies a purpose, a commitment to capturing the essence of human experience. 120 per 124 Productions is more than a creative endeavor. It's a legacy of rich, detailed narratives that have shaped my worldview. My purpose is clear: to provide an authentic voice to individuals and businesses, especially those who might not have it otherwise. Now, this was detailed around some more conversation that Chat and I had, but you can see like there is so much uh, craftsmanship, and craftsmanship in particular ended up becoming a very long one because I believe a lot in that. And I even told it, it gave me a description, and I said, let's dive deeper into that because it means more to me than just this, paragraph. So actually, let's go into that real quick. I said, I uphold a commitment to craftsmanship in every aspect of my work, from the meticulous design of my brand logo to the thoughtful execution of video documentaries. Craftsmanship ensures that each piece of content is not only visually appealing, but also rich in depth and meaning. In the creation of visuals, I pay attention to the subtleties that convey layers of significance, whether it's the comparison of a shot, the choice of a color palette, or the narrative structure. Craftsmanship is about elevating every detail to contribute to the overall impact. And that was great. That was awesome. That was wonderful. But I didn't feel like it was, I felt like it was a little more generic, like anybody could have said that with craftsmanship. So I said, let's dive deeper into this. And I said, it came up with this after I gave it a lot of more background about me and my family. I said, craftsmanship holds profound significance for me, rooted in the legacy of my father's handyman business. His approach to problem solving, particularly in areas like painting, wallpapering, and carpentry, instilled in me a unique mindset. The mindset was cultivated through learning how to use tools of the trade, not just for manual tasks, but as instruments for problem solving and creative thinking. My father's ability to turn seemingly insignificant problems into meaningful fixes for customers, coupled with the understanding of when to seek expertise beyond our own, became a guiding principle in my work. In storytelling, craftsmanship translates to the continual pursuit of refinement and innovation. Much like the meticulous practices and routines developed by my father, I've established my own processes to streamline the success of each project, creating content that not only meets but exceeds expectation. Boom, drop the mic. Like honestly, this is something I could have written. It would have taken me so much longer and ideation and revisions to get there, and there's a lot of value in that. But as a businessman that's trying to like really get going, this is like hiring a copywriter. Now, I'm not saying that this is the same as a copywriter, but there's different levels of copywriters out there. And this has taken such a load off of my shoulders that I can't fathom. I could never even tell you, honestly. Like I said, it's become almost like a friend, and it's amazing the amount of clarity that I got from this. And it's helped me to yesterday I helped devise, I said, hey, given all this information, here's what I'm thinking as a content strategy for LinkedIn and maybe Facebook, and so on and so forth. And I said, give me some clarity, because I already knew kind of what I wanted to do. And I said, what are your ideas on this? I said, let's say maybe like a 2-week rollout. I said, it makes sense. There's 10 strategic pillars. Or 10 pillars. So there's at the very least 10, probably 12 or so, because you do like all of them and then you break each one down per day and then kind of expand on it. And then maybe So you have the first one, which is all of them. Then each day, so that's another 10, so that's 11 so far. Then 12 is kind of a wrap up. And so how can I make the most of this? And it gave me, I think, 15, which I wasn't really thinking. It also gave me hashtags that I didn't know existed. I could even ask it, which I did, why did you choose these hashtags? Because some of them, like, I didn't expect some of those to exist, and it did. It opened me up to certain things that I didn't know were out there, and so it gave me a reasoning, and it said this because of this, and this is, these hashtags are important because of that, and um, like I can't tell you the value that I've gotten already in one day with chat. I honestly haven't. I haven't even really jumped into so much that it can do, because I just need to understand what it can do, and it's honestly been so amazing. I'm gonna keep using it. It's opened me up for other things. So I'm redoing my website. Let's jump over to there real quick. I'm kind of shifting focus from just construction to doing stories overall, and construction is a big part of that. I mean, these guys are doing these construction jobs, and it's either their story or the neighborhood that's getting improved. Like, how did that improve? So you're going to see this page and the site evolve, and I'm working on that right now, but it's helping me with kind of creating content for that. So I'm taking things, you can see Cedric and Jeffrey Osborne and Doug, and these are some recordings that I did, and it's going to help me, and I'm probably going to mention it in my next Founders Corner, which was my first newsletter that I just launched out. If you want to follow along with the newsletter, then put a comment in the bottom. At some point, I'm going to create a link. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I think it has to go link you over to my website, which, as you can see, my website doesn't have that yet. I am developing that as we speak, but it's not there yet. So I will try to remember to create that link eventually. But if you are interested in following along, it's basically just kind of like the 20 days were, but a little bit more thought out, and just telling you about like my thoughts, my journey, what I'm doing with 124, maybe the challenges. I'm going to end up having like maybe a video down here that might resonate. So anyway, yeah, if you're interested, let me know. If not, that's cool. But I have a lot of work that I have to do, as always, and I appreciate you guys being here and watching and listening. Until next time, be good to each other.